Hey guys, Paul here from Melbourne Performance Coaching and the Complete Personal Trainer podcast. We're going to jump right back into the series where we're diving into things like health at every size, obesity, the self-acceptance movement, aesthetic goals, etc. Today, we're going to touch on aesthetic goals because there's been a bit of a pushback against people wanting to achieve aesthetic goals from certain areas of the health and wellness community when we're looking more at health at every size. So this is one of those situations where the pendulum can kind of swing in both ways, where, before everyone was focusing on aesthetic goals at the focus of everything else and actually really being negative on themselves from a mindset and psychological perspective. And now the same thing is happening when people do want to get lean. If they aren't happy with where they are right now, a lot of people are assuming or indicating that that's a problem with their psychology. So what do we do as personal trainers? Because a lot of people are coming to us to help them achieve aesthetic goals. That's the reason why 95% of our clients come to us. So what we need to do is we need to ensure that our clients achieve their aesthetic goals in a healthy way and they have realistic expectations about it. So one of the best things that we can do here is obviously give people realistic expectations of what is a normal rate of muscle gain and or fat loss. It's a very simple concept to do, but not a lot of people really hear this because we're so subjected to so much social media influence, celebrity transformations, etc., Fitspo, and a lot of these things are assisted by chemicals. So performance-enhancing drug usage in these transformations is rampant. So having our clients understand that that's not really a realistic way, a realistic goal to aim for, but we need to be a little bit more intelligent about this and account for what physiology actually dictates, not when you're pumped full of testosterone. The next thing that we can do as personal trainers, this isn't a long podcast at all, is to identify someone's why, with why they want to lose that type of body fat and why they want to focus on these aesthetic goals. So why is that important to them is the most important question to be asking. So why is losing, say, 5 to 10 kilos of body weight important to you? Next one is, how will their life be different? Like, why will it make a difference in their life? The reason we're doing this is twofold. First of all, it'll see if their goal is actually indicative of a deeper desire to change from something else that's going on. So for some people, it might be, how will your life be different? Will I feel confident in public? They shouldn't have to feel unconfident in public. So this can be a really good opportunity to teach them the skills of self-compassion and other positive mindset tools that don't rely on their physique to achieve that. Because at the end of their, not at the end of the day, but at the end of someone's lifespan, their physique will level off and won't look as good over time. So tying your self-esteem entirely into how you look isn't the most psychologically healthy thing to do. And all people, regardless of body shape, size, or anything else, do deserve to feel confident when they do things. The next thing is we need to then ask them, what will they miss out on if they achieve this goal? What are the sacrifices there? And this is something that a lot of people don't consider. And this, when people are trying to get super lean, this is not asking these questions immediately really screws people up down the track. Because what you need to be aware of if you are achieving a body composition goal is what you're going to give up to get there. And a lot of clients don't do this, and then they get resentful that they can't do certain things, and then they go off track, and then they beat themselves up anyway. So we need to really foresee any kind of obstacles coming up to that person achieving their goal, that person being happy, and then it allows us to really clarify their values. So, for example, if someone's trying to get really shredded abs, they really want to get abs, it's really important to them because they want to do some photos and it's going to be good for marketing their business, blah, blah, blah. That's a realistic thing, unfortunately. What are they going to miss out on? Well, they're going to miss out on a fair bit of social eating and social events, and that's as part of the parcel. They could probably do it, but they'd have to cut out so much on other days that it would be next to impossible to achieve. They may not be prepared to do that. And what that does is it actually indicates to you that social health is a higher value to them than aesthetic goals, which isn't a good or a bad thing. It's just a thing. It's just a person's individual preference. So from here, we can then clarify that and then we can find the middle ground. So with aesthetic goal, guys, our goal as personal trainers is not to discourage them first and foremost, our goal is to investigate them. There's nothing wrong with wanting to change how you look. There's nothing wrong with wanting to be stronger. No goal really is less worthy than another goal. No goal has a higher moral standard in terms of what we do with personal training. Our job is to investigate that, is to find out a little bit more about that, and to give our clients the lowdown on what is realistic, what is they need to be aware of, what they may be losing from achieving this goal, and then help them do that in the most expedient and psychologically healthy way possible. From finding out this information about the client, we can then figure out some positive mindset tools that they may benefit from learning, and then point them in the right direction from learning that. So guys, hopefully that's give you some feedback on how to deal with aesthetic goals with your clients. Stay tuned where we start talking about health at every size, fat shaming, and other important stuff that personal trainers need to know about.